And it is an all new Drinks to Words by, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Here again with you guys. I'm just kind of getting a little bit
Although we don't recommend all ages, but yeah,
21 and over, if you will.
we
Um,
will.
I made an interesting reference joke yesterday, and wanted to get your take on it. And it
Okay.
was, you
Before
know,
before that,
oh
did
yeah,
people get it?
what's that?
Did people get the joke?
They took them a minute. It took them a minute or two to get it,
Okay.
and it was concerning, money. And I have a way about saving money. And, I have a job that is a tip position for the most part. And I go, how I save my money is like this. Um, if it's $20 or 20 or over, you know, in as far as like bills, I don't touch them. So anything like $1, $5, $10, I touch. I'm like, but when it comes to concerning women, $20, 20 and over, I touch, and everything below, I don't. You know, took them a minute.
Really? Did it?
Yeah,
I mean, considering we just discussed not for all ages,
yeah.
like
So
it's
I was
right
like,
there. It's right there. 15 will get you. 15 will get you 20.
yeah. And by then they'll be 35. So what are you drinking today?
Well, the original plan had been to get to drink some nice hot whiskey. I was gonna drink the Cove Makers. I mean, not the Cove Maker, the Cove Old Forester. But it's a hot day. It
Yeah.
is a warm day. We have another heat wave because why not? It's fucking fall now. It's officially fall, by the way. We've hit the fall solstice. So I went back to the beer. I got something. Luckily, I got to 7-Eleven early today because I woke up early
Yeah,
because we were supposed to do the show at 11 a.m.
I know.
So I was up at like 10:20 to make sure I was ready for the show, even though I didn't go to bed till like 5 in the fucking morning. But I'm like, he's gonna be there. He's gonna call me. He's gonna text me and go, "You ready?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready." Needless to say,
I
time
was.
kept passing, and then at one point, I'm on the phone. I was talking to my wife, and I go, "I'm giving him 5 minutes. If he doesn't fucking respond in 5 minutes, I'm going to bed." And I sent you that text.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm going to bed. Go back to sleep. And even after that, I give you 5 more minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
So you text me around 12:53. I
Yeah.
had fallen back to sleep. I woke up around 1:30, and I was like, San Pedro. He always says it takes like 20 minutes to get to work. He should be home. I let time progress. Talking to my wife. Time keeps going. I finally said, "Fuck it. I'm gonna shower and shave this shiny head," and still nothing. So it got to the point where I actually worried. And that's why I text you. You okay? You're like, yeah, everything's great. I was like, you son of a bitch.
I know. Yesterday was, you know, you keep on thinking you're prepared for any situation, right? But you can never be too prepared. And what happened at my job was right before we opened, the power went out in the entire place. And we were just like, what do we do? And so our manager was he had the day off. It was his birthday, so he wasn't there. And the other the assistant manager, she didn't know what to do. And so our director was like, we're still gonna open. And I'm like, okay, but like people are gonna want food. Like I don't. Are we? Can we cook? You know. So I went to the back, and the only thing I was working with was a fryer. So I'm like, all we can do is fry food. You know, is just wings and
And
fries,
fries.
wings and fries, and onion rings.
What I mean, do you have anything that's like? I'm sure. Well, no, because if you keep opening the fridge, it's gonna get worse. You can't keep opening the fridge.
Yeah, and like we have pizzas and tacos and stuff like that, but all that requires an oven or other things that require electricity. And so, our POS, which is a true POS in every sense of the way, it, hey, it wasn't working. So I had to I had to tell her, and then they wanted us to do cards. They're like, still take the card, and I'm like, but like that, I'm only doing cash only. I'm
Yeah.
and then they're like, well, we have an ATM. I'm like, yes, that requires electricity. you know, and so people were coming and they wanted to order food, and I'm like, do you have cash? I was the only one doing cash. The other girl was trying to do card, but she was filling out a form, and it was just taking forever. And and I was getting money and putting it in the drawer, but because there was so many people, we were having a band that day. Um, I wasn't keeping track of what
I
was
hope it was
ordered.
acoustic.
No, it wasn't. That was the hilarious part. That's what I told him. Hope you guys are acoustic. And so I was just, at the end of the night, an hour and a half later, the electricity comes back on. But, I'm trying to explain to people, I'm like, just because our electricity is on doesn't mean our internet's working. Sure enough, our internet wasn't working
But at
because
least now they can get ATM.
yeah. And it was just at the end of the day, my drawer was just an atrocity because I wasn't keeping track of everything. I was just doing it like, okay, here's your money. Okay, you paid for this. I'm putting it in. I wasn't. It was just a mess. It was a huge mess. And at the end of the night, I was just exhausted from dealing with everything. But everybody was really cool because you know, um, I'm like, all right, what did you have? like it's time to pay up. What did you have? And everybody was honest. They're like, I had this, I had this. So that was something that was really nice. But someone told me they're like, man, you must be feeling horrible. I'm like, no, I'm like, if anything, I'm the most prepared, person in the world. I'm like, you guys have really put me through everything here. I'm like, there's nothing now that I haven't been through that if I walk into any business and they say, I don't know if you're ready for this. So I'm like, oh, trust me, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I can deal with pretty much anything that comes my way. So then afterwards, a buddy of mine who was supposed to be a surprise guest because he is our one viewer on YouTube. Um, and so yesterday, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, me and Dave are gonna do the show tomorrow. Are you down? He's like, oh yeah, I want to do it. But then I went over to his house and we drank until like 5 in the morning, and then I just knocked out, and then I didn't wake up until till I texted you, and then so everything happened, and now that we're here, so that's pretty much the long story of how we got to this episode of Drinks to Words By. Which, by the way, what are you drinking? Oh, wait, we already went through that.
Yeah, I'm doing the beer. I'm doing a beer, sir.
Okay, and I am doing uh, Topa Chico, one of my favorite mineral waters um, here in Los Angeles.
Oh, you're not doing hair of the dog there, buddy?
Oh no, I've no, I need water. Oh my god, that's so good. I wish I could open a mineral water bar. You know, we have tons of mineral water. No, you don't think that's
No.
no brilliant idea?
Yeah, it's like, What hose do you want your water from?
There are hoes, and then there are hoes over there. So good times.
Good times. So
And that's a show,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen, sports.
yeah, right. Yeah, so we're gonna do podcast. What's it said?
Etiquette.
Podcast etiquette. Yeah, don't
Sure.
be late for your podcast by 5 hours. Well, no, wait, it's three, so 4 hours? Is that 4 hours?
Yeah, it's about 4 hours. I need.
4 hours.
Yeah,
4 hours late for your podcast.
but I showed up. That's that's the
You know, you
brilliance.
could have just like, oh, hey man, I'm gonna go drink with my friend, but we're definitely on for 11 o'clock. Or
I didn't.
hey, can we push this back?
When you're in full party mode, the last thing on your mind is everybody else. And
Yeah,
I was in such a party mode because after that day, that crazy day, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I was just not ready for responsibility. I was over it. But yeah, but I came home, and my father called me from Mexico. So that was interesting. My dad never calls me, and I was like, oh my god, I got to take this. So then I spent some time just talking to him. He was very interested in my new home, and and everything like that. So and then I come to find
cool.
out he's coming here to America in like late October or something like that. So we're just trying to schedule something out and get all that worked.
Which reminds me, I actually will be heading to Texas next month for 2 weeks.
Right, right. But I mean, you could still do the show. You know what I mean? Because it's virtual.
I'm working the I'm working the weekends. I'm working a music festival.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we
so
could do
it
weekday.
would have to be it would have to be a weekday.
Yeah, yeah. We'll figure it
I
out.
have I work fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. I'm off the 10th, the 12th, the 13th. Wait, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and then I work again 14, 15, 16, 17.
Sounds like a fun time. Even though I know you're not having fun because you're work. That's why it's called work, not fun.
Yeah, all day. It's gonna be an all day thing. It's a music festival. I can't remember. Austin like live or something like
Well,
that.
like Austin
But it looks like
City.
a pretty big.
Yeah, Austin City Limits. That must be what you
Yeah,
do.
yeah, that's what it is. Austin City Limits.
Yeah,
I'm,
it's a
I'm doing
huge.
transportation for that.
Yeah, that's a huge festival every year, and I think it's the first one since 2020, right? I want to say
I
it's the
don't have
first
much
one.
information. They just offered me like, hey, you want to work? I'm like, yes.
Who doesn't want to work? Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So what's new? What else is new with you, David? I'm trying to think if I wrote anything down this week.
I didn't. I was so yeah, a little bar etiquette. If you come to a bar on your own, which is fine, no issues. Just make sure you have a backup.
What do you mean?
Make sure you have something because there was somebody who partied a little too hard and then kind of praying to the porcelain god
Oh
type of
no.
thing, and yeah, and it was like people like it was other we were trying to make sure that this person was okay. But it's always good to have a backup plan when you go out on your own.
And I got to tell you, today I was going to venture out. I had so much plans today, but
Yeah, I'm
then
sure you did.
I got drunk and now I'm like hungover and I don't feel like doing shit. But last week I got a couch, and a mutual friend of ours, Mo, and his wife Sally, helped me with that. But they were like, "Hey, we should." So crazy stuff happened, right? We brought the couch, because I went to West Covina to help him load because I wasn't gonna just have him load it by himself. So I drove out
Yeah,
to
I wasn't
rescue.
able to help. I wasn't able to help, so I apologize for that,
It's
by the way.
cool. No worries. No worries. Um, and so I parked my car there, and I don't know. I had this crazy idea of like, I'll just leave my car here. It's not worth taking two cars, and the way the parking situation here is horrible. I have my own parking spot, so it's I don't have to deal with it. But
Yeah,
I think of other people, and I was like, well, I'm like, if we take his car, at least he could have my parking spot, and I'll just leave my car here, and I'm like, I get to spend some extra time at the Cove. So we do it, but then when we're back partying, like everyone's getting high fives. Like, yes, we did it. We moved the couch. We come to the realization that Sally, Mo's wife, left her phone in my home. And we're all looking at each other like, what do we do? And I'm like, well, you really don't need your phone. I'm like, I could just mail it to you once I get home, or it was Saturday. I'm like, I can mail it to you on Monday. I'm like, I can Federal Express it, and you'll get it Wednesday morning by the latest. But then it's crazy justifying a phone because she's like, well, I'm going through some stuff right now, and I need it. I need to be able to connect with people, and this, like me, if I had left my phone, I'd have been like, ship it to me, and I'll get it when I get it. It's for me, it's
yeah.
not a big deal, but for other people, it is. So then, and then they had to pick up their daughter in Anaheim, and Sally got there in another vehicle because she wasn't supposed to even be a part of the equation, but through some weird way, she wound up by the Cove and wanted to come. So I say, well, I'm like, I got nothing to do. I'm like, if you want to, if you want, we could go back to my place, pick it up, then go pick up your daughter, and then I'm like, you guys are gonna come back to the Cove anyway because we got to pick up the truck. I'm like, I let's do it. And they're looking at me like I'm crazy, but then they're like, all right. So we jumped in the car, and it was just like a road trip. Back when you were in high school, we got like soda, and we got chips, and then we proceeded on this crazy journey back to my place. Just talking, chatting, listening. And I got to tell you something, and I never realized this, but my love for Lionel Richie is clearly, something new to everybody else because people are okay with Lionel Richie, and I'm like, I can't believe you guys are not like huge fans. I'm like, he's amazing, and I have to always explain that Lionel Richie's amazing, and I'm like, this is not like it's so weird that people are not like fans of his, not necessarily fans, but they're just like, yeah, Lionel Richie. And I'm like, oh my god, I got to see him, So that was new. So we got here, and then while we're here, they're like, we should check out a bar. We got a little bit of time before we got to be in Anaheim. And they're like, let's go find you a bar. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. And so Mo's like, there was a bar called the Cozy Inn that seemed interesting. Let's go check it out. So they take me there, and it is a classic dive bar, and it looked like the Cove before the remodel. And I'm like, oh my god, this is like exactly like the Cove except way bigger, And we're talking, and what's great is you can always talk to a bartender, and they're gonna give you the real spiel, And it was very, I'm like, okay, so what's the crowd like? And he's just telling us, and I was pretty much ready to be like, can I be fast tracked to regular immediately? Like I could call the other bar and they'll tell you what a great guy I am, and and so we had a few drinks and
Yeah, I
just
have references,
yeah, I have
bar
references.
references.
I could be your number one regular. And they don't have like the NFL package, so they just have just the regular NFL, like just the TV. So he's like, yeah, it doesn't really get packed here on Sundays, It's just, and it's a classic dive bar in which it is open up at 6 a.m.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a 6 a.m.er to 2 a.m. bar, and I'm like, oh my god, this bar is gonna get me into so much trouble. But it was just weird trying to find that. That's where I'm at in this stage of the game. I moved in. I'm all nice and cozied in, but now it's like, okay, I need to find the amenities that were where I used to live in West Covina, here in Inglewood. And like right now I'm trying to find a mechanic. I'm trying to find a car wash. Like there's no like car washes like around me. It's really weird. And so yeah, so I found a bar, but I just found another bar online that I was gonna go scope out called Mandrake, and it's a small bar, um, and I was just gonna go do some investigating, but I'm really not up to it today. But yeah, so just finding those amenities around you are important to start actually living. I'm living here, but I'm not like living as far as life. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. I was like, "Do you guys have a doorman?" I'm like, "If not, I know a good guy." Um, so yeah, and then they were telling me that they don't have a doorman, and it's pretty kind of divey. We're like, "Yeah, we got to do the ID checks and everything around." They have a huge backyard. That was a parking
A
lot, but
bar with a backyard.
yeah, yeah, because it was a parking lot, but because of the pandemic, they converted it into a backyard so people could be outside. When
Oh, okay.
and it's really nice. It's like, okay, I mean it's a backyard. It's nothing too super fancy, but it's just like, oh, this is kind of cool. So in other news, I've been on my third shower head, David Macias. I finally found the proper shower head to shower.
You've literally gone through. I don't know anybody that's ever gone through multiple shower heads, especially within a month of being where you're at. You're like 2 months. Okay, 2 months in.
Yeah.
See, you can't have more shower heads than months. So, okay. So every first shower head I can get it. It's the staple. It's the fucking random. Okay, so when you move to the second shower head, why was that not sufficient for you?
Because it was a shower head. I made the mistake of buying of falling in love with the front cover. And it's this double dual shower head that is like two layers. There's one shower going like this, and then you can have another shower on top of you. So it's like two showers, or you can have just the top shower. You can have the bottom shower going, or both. And I was like, that's what I need. I need double shower. And because of where I live, I don't know anything about water pressure. And, after doing some more investigating and having the shower, because I'm like, this shower is not like on the picture. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah,
taking see this woman taking this luxurious shower. That should be me, but it's not, you know. Like it's I would cut my hair, and then I'd get out of the shower and I'd still have hair on me, and I'm like, this is horrible water pressure. So
yeah,
doing some investigating, I found out that the bigger the shower head is, the less pressure you're gonna have, especially in a shared co-op building, like where I live in. So I'm like, that's the key. I'm like, small shower head. So I go to Home Depot, and by the way, I think Home Depot is a scam as far as they don't really tell you where everything's at. They're just like, yeah, you're walking around and it's like, yeah, we have screws over here. You're like, but I need a particular type of screw. And you're just walking through miles and aisles of screws, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what universe am I in? Why are there so many screws? And It's insane.
See,
So,
if you have that conversation with Mo looks at Home Depot like it's fucking Toys R Us.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go Home Depot. Oh shit, my bad. Oh, here we go again. Yeah.
So then
People who are handy like it. You're not. You're not. I'm not saying you're not handy, but
I'm
you're
not.
not like. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not.
less handy than you.
And so then I walk around the entire place and I cannot find the fucking shower head. And I'm like this. I'm like, it's Home Depot. They have to have a shower head. I'm like, this is like why you come to a Home Depot. So then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna ask. So I went to customer service and I'm like, where's the shower heads? And I'm literally standing in the aisle, like right in the aisle where the shower heads at. They're like right in back of you. I'm like, fuck, I was right there. I was just like,
You just like kind of like slink back like the Homer Simpson fucking meme. Like
yeah.
I'm out of here. They look like an idiot.
No, I made a big production as always of like, fuck, I was so close. Why did I have to ask? So then begins my other critique of Home Depot. They just leave, they have the Home Depot ladder for their workers, and they just leave it parked like everywhere. Like it's always at some random spot where it's in the way, and it was right in the way. Yeah.
hold on. Shit, did I leave you?
Can't you see, David? I'm in
Hold on. Can you hear me?
midst of story. Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? Hold on. I was getting a call and it interrupted our entire fucking conversation. So now, like, I feel like my Bluetooth isn't connected. So give me a second. I'm gonna reconnect my Bluetooth. Okay.
Okay. That's first world problems happening right here. No big thing. As David is checking his Skype thing. Hello.
I don't know what happened.
You everything seems fine to me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, not good, but
I can't hear you though. It's like, oh man, what the fuck happened? Never happened before. Ladies, it's never happened before.
while we're waiting on that, email us. Let us know what you're drinking. Drinkswordsby at
Okay.
gmail.com.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello?
perfect. Okay, now I got back. Okay.
Okay.
So apparently there's a button that I could either hit Bluetooth or speaker, and I just had to like re-click it back on. So okay, we're good.
Okay.
Sorry, close up, everybody.
I'm sure everyone, right when I had everybody in midst story.
Yes, exactly. So I'm very sorry. I got
It's
a
fine.
call. I use phone. Okay, so where we left off is now you're looking for the shower head.
Yes, but where all the shower heads at, Home Depot has that huge orange, band ladder, right facing the middle of it. And
Yeah.
and I'm just and I'm looking around like, can I move this? Like, will I get in trouble if I move their ladder? And I'm like, why would they leave it right here, right where I need to be? I was like, there must be something going on. So I'm like looking around and I'm looking at these vast, endless supplies of shower heads, and I'm like, okay, that's a big shower head. I can't use that, and I'm just like going around looking. So finally, again, I'm allured. I'm intrigued by the hand showers. The ones with the wand and you pick
Yeah.
up and the reason why is because when I was in the Marine Corps, I was on ship, and when I was on ship, a way that the ships need to recycle water, and what they do is they get water from the ocean, and it's this whole thing, right? And in order to conserve water, um, they have it's like a circle, and you press it, and then water sprays out. And that was always the best shower that I ever had in my entire life, was on a ship. And I've been chasing that dragon ever since. I've been it's to the point where like I was gonna
The
go.
shower, man. I need a shower. I need a shower, man.
Yeah. Just a burger for a shower, and it was to the point where like I wanted to go to those old warship museums and just be
Keep
like,
going, brother.
what's that?
Keep going. Keep going. Keep
Oh,
going.
that I wanted to go to an old, warship museum and be like, "Can I see your guys' shower room? Are you using those shower heads? Can I take one as a souvenir type thing?" So,
Yeah, I'm sure that would go over well.
right? I mean, like, they're not using it. It's never going to be, you know, seaworthy. So I finally find a shower head that's not like that, but it's nice and pretty affordable for like $40. And I was like, oh man, I'm like, what's gonna happen to the pressure, And I'm thinking, so I buy another shower head, just a simple basic shower head for $30. And I take those two. I'm like, okay, if this one doesn't work, I got the other one as backup. And the other reason why I like the shower handle is because whoever built this, or if they redid the shower, had to have been tall. Had to have been, because the way the shower pipe is angled is super tall. So the water was always missing me, you know, which was which is another reason why I had to get a shower head. Yeah, it was.
Okay. What?
Yeah, it was, dude. It was super inconvenient. Super inconvenient. I'm like, oh my god, this is horrible. I'm like, I might have not bought this place if had I known I was gonna go through these shower issues. The shower is like one of the most um, underrated facilities in your home that you really don't think of until you're actually in the shower. You're like, I wish when buying a house or doing an apartment search, you could be like, can I shower in here just to see if it's worth, staying here? So I buy those two heads and I come back home and I'm on a mission. I'm like, I'm gonna take a proper shower tonight, you know? And so it takes me about an hour and a half to finally dial in the first shower, the one that I really wanted, to dial it in and get it right. And ever since then, oh my God, I know why there's a drought now in California, and it's because of me. Because I've changed out my shower heads, and now I am like loving showering. It's like every day I'm like, I can't wait to go home and shower. Like that's gonna be the first thing that I do, you know. What's your shower
do, do,
like?
do you take a long shower?
Here I was, just because I was having so much issues with the shower, the actual water hitting me and trying to, like, I never felt clean. I felt
Yeah.
showered, but I didn't feel clean. And but now that I redid this, and I think this happened on Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Now that, and ever since Tuesday, it's just like, oh my god, I love the shower. What's your shower like? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's the apartment shower doesn't have a great deal of pressure. I would obviously prefer more pressure. Uh, but and it's a little low. It's more set for you than it is for me. Like I don't like having to
Oh my
duck
god, you
under
got a
to try to
duck.
get like yeah. I'd like to just like I sort of be able to like do this instead of like this. Like
Yeah.
kind of turn the head and everything. Yeah. Uh, but I mean, for me, I'm not a long. I don't shower long. Like I can in and out in fucking 10 minutes, so to speak. It just depends on what the temperature of the water. If I have to wait for the water to warm up more, then that's where the shower would take longer. But like I'm a I have a routine, so to speak. So because of my eczema, I use the Selsun Blue shampoo. So I use that first to wash my face and head, so that I kind of avoid you know dandruff and flakes. And then I'll do the body. Now I have to use a body wash because I use 'cause I like to like a the loofah and I scrub. After that, I'm like, what else do I have to do? I'm like, once I've rinsed off the soap, I'm like, all right, I'm done. That doesn't take long.
Yeah. I take
I
about
mean,
yeah. I take now because of the shower head. I take about 10 minutes. I want to say
so
so.
you do kind of like just kind of sit there for a little bit and just be like,
Now, yeah, now it's amazing. I want you when you come visit me. I want you to take a shower here because it's meant for you. I'm like now that you see all that, I'm like this is shower's meant for David. He's gonna love
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, like. So now you have it like angled in a certain way and shit.
Yeah, but I could take it off now. I could take it off and I can.
Oh, so it is. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, that works perfectly. Okay,
Yeah, but but just
that's
sitting,
funny.
but just sitting there, it would be perfect for you. You wouldn't need to take it off or anything like that. So nice angles.
All right. Yeah, that's be funny. Hey, we're gonna go visit Albert. Why? I need to take a shower.
Yeah.
I got to take a shower.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you. So then you returned the other shower heads.
I did. I returned the other shower head, and it was super convenient. Like returning things is no longer a big deal. Back when we were kids, and some of us still are. Let's face it. Um, and you would go with your parents to go return something. It wasn't a whole ordeal. They'd be like, Why are you returning it? Like, was it defective? You had to give an entire explanation. But I just show up and I'm like, okay, here you go. Here's the receipt. They're like, all right, here, done. And I'm like, what? Out in less than a minute? No
Yeah.
explanation? All right, I did do something
Yes.
the other day that was a bit touristy, and that was I went to Randy's Donuts. You know,
Okay.
and for those that are not familiar with Randy's Donuts, it's very famous. It's
They quick will. They've expanded, have they not? Didn't they? They've built another Randy's Donuts, like
yes,
closer towards here.
yes, you are correct. But I went to the original. Um,
Okay.
because it's literally a mile away from where I live. So I was like, I gotta try it. I loved my donut spot in West Covina, which was Rainbow Donuts. I loved going there, and the person that told me about Rainbow Donuts was Ramon. He's like, you gotta go to Rainbow Donuts. He's like, there's this hot Asian girl working there, and I'm like, donuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Donuts.
So, and what I liked about both donut shops is that they were open 24 hours. So I could go at any time of the day and go get a donut. And then Rainbow Donuts was right next to my gym. So I'd go to the gym, and then afterwards I go get a cup of coffee and then have a donut and congratulate myself.
Where's Rainbow Donuts?
It's not that far away. It is what is the street? Don't you hate when you know where something is at but you can't name the street because you just know how to get there?
What's near it? I can probably narrow it down from there.
West Covina Liquor. It's on that street.
Okay. Okay. What's near the liquor? Okay.
Yeah.
But it's further up towards Amor.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But it's before Home Depot and Target. You know that shopping center where the Wendy's is at?
Yeah.
It's before that. So
So it's in the plaza right
yes,
after West Covina to your left. If
Hong
I'm
Kong
yeah,
Plaza.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah, okay. I got you. I know exactly where that's at.
yeah. Go. I love it.
Azusa. It's off Azusa.
Yes, Azusa.
It's pretty fucking. It's a pretty easy street to remember, there, buddy.
My brain, dude. I forget simplest. I forget simplest words. I was.
You moved away. You moved away for fucking 2 months, and like I don't know anything in West Covina.
Couldn't tell you how to get anywhere. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a whole new world to me now.
Yeah. But yeah, good donuts, and they're open 24 hours. And know what I fell in love with is that they have sandwiches there, but they're just regular, brown bag sandwiches that they make there. And I would always get an egg sandwich. They had it there, and I'm like, oh my god, an egg sandwich. I must. So I'd get that with a cup of coffee and just sit outside and just marinate. It was amazing. So I was like, okay, I need to find a new donut shop. I go, I guess I'll do Randy's Donuts. I mean, it's super popular. It's a big hit. I guess that'll be my donut shop. So I went there, and it's funny. Dude, I don't get it. Like, I go there and I'm like, how do I order? Like, what do I? Where's like I was so like such a newbie. I'm like where do they call me? Do I I'm just standing there.
I thought it was a drive-through.
It is a drive through, but I wanted to get the full like experience and like park and walk and they got these really cool for a limited time Dodger donuts. So they're like blue and they have an LA on there, but I was like not today, not today, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, so I walked
Wait,
in.
you didn't get the Dodger donut?
No, I was because I was in a rush too because it was I was on my way to work and I got to be at work at like 6:30 in the morning. And this was all just by chance where I was like, man, I have like not extra time. I'm like I got like 5-6 minutes to play with here. I'm like I wonder if I can go to Randy's Donuts and do all this. Took me about 10 minutes, so I was like 5 minutes late to work, but it was worth it. It was worth it. And I only had a little. I didn't have that much money on me, so I was just like going off of. I didn't have specialty donut money on me. Okay, I just had a regular donut bunny on me.
Yeah, I haven't formulated my donut fucking budget yet, so it was like on a whim,
Yeah,
counting change.
yeah, dude. I
What can I get
was.
for this? What can I get for this?
I had to pay in quarters. You know what I mean?
I couldn't even get an apple fritter. I had to get the glaze.
Damn, apple fritter. You're a bougie
Oh
donut man.
yeah, I love a donut. I do love a donut. You know, like I'm not a cake man. I'm more of a brownie man. Like I'm more of a Oreo than a Chip Ahoy man. But I do love a donut. I do love a good donut.
Now, for those that don't know, me and David had a $1 billion idea, and we thought about opening up a donut shop. Do you remember this? Do you remember how
I do not.
we were
Was
because
this during an episode?
no, this was during just a normal daily life of us because you were saying that there's no donut shops around in West Covina.
It
And
really isn't like in that area. Like a
yeah,
donut shop would actually work there.
yeah, and we were talking about this, and I'm like, dude, me and you should open up a donut shop, you know? You don't remember having this conversation with
I
me?
do not ever remember this conversation.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, we should open up a donut shop, you know? Like right here on the strip, you know? I'm like, we could own West Covina with our donuts. So yeah, that was a $1 billion idea.
Oh, we should have bought the place right next to the cove. Imagine having donuts right next to the cove. People like chopping in like, fuck, you're the only place that's open. I want a donut.
Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah, it'd be cool too because it would be like a little donut shop, but then we could set up a little podcast studio there, and you know it could have worked. What do you think a good name of a donut shop would be?
See now, but like it's like if we formulate it as what it is, like a podcast, and then like a place where people can fucking chime in, donuts. Ooh, I don't know. That's a question. It's very tough to name a business and like really capture. So, uh,
I like ooh donuts. Like just ooh. But the O's are donuts. It's like ooh donuts.
I was gonna say donut hole in the wall, but that's kind of long.
Yeah.
Uh, for the life of me, I can't like. I actually want to formulate a really good name, and I just wanted to come off the fly. I like the ooh donuts because it's donuts, and like you have the donuts like frosted. You have
Yeah.
donut that has like peanuts on it. The one with sprinkles. I
Glazed.
am kind of a chocolate peanut chocolate donut peanut guy. Kind of like those. Um, like, do we make it kind of sexual?
Like do nuts. How can you make donuts
Yeah,
sexual? Eat
I was thinking about glaze. I was thinking about glaze.
eat the
So is
glaze.
it
Spread the glaze. Spread the nut.
these nuts?
But like, but you make it like a woman, like DEE,
Yeah,
apostrophe D.
shit. I'm at a loss. I can't formulate something really good. I
Next
keep
episode.
me on this. Keep me on this. I want to come up with a good donut name.
Yeah, if
I
you
really do.
and if you got a good donut name, go ahead email us drinkswordsby at gmail.com or slide in the DM or leave a comment and hopefully that'll you know give us some more ideas. But speaking of ideas, sports.
Um, I don't know. I mean, sports is the Guardians. I'm gonna speak. I don't speak. I never really speak about my teams because I never want to talk. One, we beat Cindy's team,
I know the
and
Steelers.
of course, everything happened. Everything was a cheat, or
Yeah,
we didn't have this one player. So this one player is why we lost this entire game. Okay. Um, the Guardians actually have been kicking ass in the AL Central. Uh, if they win three more games, they've locked the AL Central, and they're in the playoffs. I think they still have to do a wild card series because they'll have the least wins out of
yeah.
all the division winners. But they're a fun team to watch. They really are a fun team to watch. College football's going on today. There was almost an upset between Wake Forest and Clemson. Notre Dame struggled early with North Carolina, but they're pulling away. Um,
Albert Pujols hit his 700 career home run.
Six. No, he hit two. He hit 699 and 700.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That is quite the feat. Congratulations to him.
Dominican Republic uh, born. He actually, did you see when he hit a 700? He didn't even go cheer his teammates first. He went to go give props to Adrian Beltre.
The pitcher?
No, Adrian Beltre, the old player. He wasn't a pitcher. Adrian Beltre was a outfielder.
Was he? Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, so he went like to the stands. Adrian Beltre was like behind home plate. So he hit, and his like one of his teammates like, "Where you going?" type of thing, and he ran to like right behind backstop, and like he hit it like between the netting,
Yeah.
gave him like a double high five, and then went to go celebrate with his fans. So that was cool. That was actually pretty cool. And then, but yeah, dude, good for him. I don't know. I mean, what's the record? 789.
I think so.
not baseball isn't my forte.
It's up there. It's for sure. It's and I believe
I don't think he's gonna break it, but he's only one of four people to ever hit 700, and I don't think anybody's really gonna do that again. I don't think many people are gonna get to 700 because I don't think a lot of people have longevity in their careers anymore
yeah,
that are power hitters.
yeah. It's congratulations to him. Well,
Yeah.
what would be the equivalent of 700 home runs for you
In what?
in your life?
In life? Fuck 700. I don't know. I don't know how that'd be a comparison to anything. Like what? Like you answer that question, and I can gauge it better. What to you is the equivalent of 700 home runs?
I would say like 7,000 shows, 7,000
Okay.
pods.
Okay.
Cause
That
I've,
is a lot of shows. That
yeah,
is a lot of shows.
because I've already done over 1,000, so I'm just like,
Between all your
yeah,
shows,
yeah.
which you recently just released a new music one, right?
I did. Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. I completely forgot. Yeah, it took a while to get that podcast up and running, simply because of the daunting task of listening to music and combing through all the submissions. I still have 250 submissions that I'm still going through, and it's an undertaking for sure. But I needed to get that one out to start the process all over again and start
So
seeing all that.
this wasn't an interview show. It was more of like a Sunday radio. Like, hey, here we have this band. Take a
Yeah,
listen.
exactly.
See, I like that. I like that. I like that episode or that part of it a little more than I do the interview with the people because I like that it's a kind of a continuous thing. You are very DJ when you do that. You are very like top 40,
Yeah,
and it's actually something that I really like about what you do when you do it.
yeah.
So yeah, cheers and kudos to you, sir, for that. I do have to take a listen on that. I have to find that. You should re-release that. Like you should tag that on our Instagram when you put this up and stuff.
It's already up. Log on to entertheshell.com or click the subscribe button. I'm on Spotify and everything else. So,
Is it in your is it in your IG?
yeah, it's on my IG. Yeah,
Is it on our IG?
no, it's not because I keep our stuff separate.
Hey, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm telling you right now, put it on our IG. I'm telling you right now, put it on our IG. You know why? Because what you do, whether it's us or not, it's still us.
Yeah,
I'm supportive of you. Fuck it. I'm not trying to separate other things you do. If you need to put your stuff on the IG, I get that it's our IG, but dude, promotion's promotion.
yeah,
Let it put it out there because not everybody that follows us on our IG is follows you on your IG. So
yeah.
why not put it out there? Give people a chance to fucking follow and hear you for you.
Okay, duly noted.
We love Albert.
Duly noted. I will. So, yeah, but getting the interviews, that's gonna be another task that that I'm slowly getting back into because I put a lot of emails out to bands and it's just them kind of corresponding and just setting up my timeline of when I can do it, especially now that I'm working a lot and I just get home and I'm just exhausted. I just want to shower and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So and watch TV. Oh, I'm so loving watching TV. Can't wait to watch TV after this too.
Oh, wifey's watching the Dahmer series. She says it's pretty good.
Oh, did that come out on Netflix?
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah, the Dahmer series.
I saw something online about it because they were showing the they were showing a comparison of a clip from the trial and one actress's portrayal of another person that was um, on the stand or something like that. So I was like, oh, when does that come out? But I didn't really investigate that much. But it's an interesting take because Jeffrey Dahmer, for those that don't know, he was a serial killer, but he also ate the people, right?
Yes, he had like heads in fridges and genitalia and freezers, and he had like he was all over the fucking place.
Which, by the way, you know, you sticking genitalia in a freezer should be the name of a band, but um,
I would think more like Dixical.
do you think that's what he did? He's like, I'm feeling like a dixicle today.
Like Dixical, yeah, yeah.
A
You know,
vagina pop. I need a vagina pop.
well, he was gay, so he only loved the guys. So it was like
Oh, I didn't know he was gay.
you
Okay,
know,
got it.
he had his own. He did, yeah, yeah. That's the thing is he was homosexual, and he would lure men and eventually kill them, whether it was quickly or over a period of time, and then yeah, he would eat their hearts or fucking genitalia. I don't know. I don't know like what's good on a human. Like can you dry age a fucking arm? I don't know. Like
I got some nice rub on this arm. You know, it's like,
yeah, yeah. Like I want to lather myself in lotion so I'm not tasty. Like it's ruined.
where am I gonna find another elbow exactly like this? You know.
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our sports segment.
Sports section. Oh wait. Very quickly. Back to sports. As a fan of tennis, uh, I'd like to give my respects to Roger Federer. He has retired from the sport of tennis. Um, I don't think he had the hoopla that Serena Williams had, but Federer was an amazing competitor. And if you saw what happened with him and Nadal, it was kind of a beautiful sight. So like they had an exhibition match between the two of them, and then they played together as a doubles team to
Oh
end it.
wow!
And you see that when like they're saying farewell to Federer, Nadal's crying as much as Federer. Like they were competitors, like they were fucking
Yeah,
rivals, but it was the mutual respect, which is a beautiful fucking thing. See, that's what the beauty of sports is. When you find that mutual respect, I don't think a lot of sports have that. You know what I mean? It's always like, oh, you're a rival, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. But like they respected each other. And that's kind of I think the beauty of tennis is like it's a one-on-one thing as opposed to a team thing. So shout outs to Federer and my respects to him. Not that he died, but
yeah. And he retired. So last call for topics.
last
Anything?
call for time. Um, we have another heat wave coming. Fuck that, by the way.
Yes, it is a whopping 84 degrees right now in Inglewood. This is my heat wave. Oh,
Yeah. I hope you suffer with your hangover, by the way.
oh, trust me, I am. I am so suffering.
Have you eaten yet?
Yeah. I'm on my way back here, and this is a weird thing in Inglewood. Either that, or I'm just so used to the way West Covina was. But there's a Jack in the Box, somewhat close to me, but it's always packed. Like I'm talking like the drive-through has cars like all the way out to the parking lot. Very, very Chick-fil-A esque, if you will, their parking lot, and it's such a not welcoming sight when I drive by. So around here, all the like fast food places and stuff are kind of packed a lot, and which is good because it deters me from doing that. And again, kind of going back to the beginning of the show, I'm looking for my new burrito spot, my new hamburger spot, around here that I used to have out in West Covina. Like I know where good chile verde is there, but I don't know where good chile verde is here.
Yeah.
And so yeah, when I was driving back in coming from San Pedro, there's a Jack in the Box right there, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna swoop in, and I was able to pick up some like food and then just drive and eat on the way. That's one of my weird fetishes is driving and eating. I love it. It reminds me of being a kid because when I was a kid, my mom we would sometimes not have enough time, so we would eat in the car, and I don't know, it just stuck with me.
Gotcha. Cool.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Drinkswordsby.com. Go there. It has a lot of things. It has a plethora of streaming platforms that we're on. Go ahead and click those banners and hit the subscribe. And it also has our YouTube channel. Yes, you can actually watch us and see us and look at beautiful David this entire time. So you get all that on our YouTube. So go ahead and log on to drinkswordsby.com. Click that banner, and we are on the Venmo, ladies and gentlemen. If you think we did a good job,
Yeah.
or if you didn't think we did a good job and you just have some extra money, throw us a few fazools. All of it will go into something. I don't know when we.
Into the donut fund.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. If there's anything that we talked about, anything that we missed, anything you want us to talk about, email us, drinkswordsby at gmail, or you could slide in the DM on our Instagram at drinkstowardsby for both of those. And the Cove, yeah, give a shout out to the Cove. We're both wearing Cove shirts, clearly. Um, so go check them out. They have the best whiskey selection in town, and dare I even say, best gin selection too. Very nice, and I know they're up and coming with their rum selection as
They
well.
are moving towards rums.
Yeah,
I had a few. I had a couple come in yesterday, and I I gave them my spiel that I like to give to new people, and sure enough, they were like, "Dude, you did not lie. You were fucking on it. I never lied. I tell you, I love this bar." And like the lady was very adamant. She's like, "I'm gonna help you guys. You guys are amazing." I'm like, "You do that.
yeah,
By all means, do that." So shout out to the customers that pay respects, because they understand that it's a fun, good place. So we welcome all. You may not stay long depending on how you act, but we welcome all.
act accordingly is what he's trying to say.
Yes.
So yeah. All right. Final cheers, ladies and gentlemen. David, what are we final cheersing to this week?
Final cheers. Final cheers to the people of Puerto Rico. I hope for your quick recovery after the hurricane. Anybody in the Isles around there, we're dealing with a lot of stuff. Cheers to you, and just my heart goes out for all the stuff that you're going through. I hope everybody's well, and I wish you a quick recovery from this because I saw some of the video and like a whole bridge washing away. It's a fucking catastrophe. So cheers to the people of Puerto Rico.
Awesome. Definitely keep you guys in our thoughts. My cheers is going to go out to plumbers. What you guys do is astounding. How you guys know about
Left.
water. Yeah. What you guys do and know about water and even installing shower heads. You guys are amazing. So that's where my shout out is going to. And that's who I'm cheersing to. So that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Drinks to Words by David Kick 'em Out.
Just go. We're tired. Bye.
We're out of here. Later.